the fuck is up on a Monday?
Woo! Monday.
God damn. It's good to be back. And we have some fresh new tales for you.
Oh boy. Actually, no. This list was literally published in the last week.
This makes it that much better.
It definitely does. Today we're going to be doing a list of top 15 most underrated singers of all time as voted by fans of UltimateGuitar.com.
Ultimate Guitar doing a list about singers? I mean, even Peter's got to be like,
yeah.
You see, so, and we've said this so many goddamn times. You put it in the hands of the fans, you're going to get a massive beeb of little beeblets.
It is true.
You know, little fucking, rat beeblets. That's what we're going to get tonight. So strap in and get ready for some interesting underrated singers of all time as voted by the public.
But before we get into it, I'm going to run a quick commercial. Check out this word from our sponsor, Royal 10 Clothing.
So people are constantly saying just how much they love the designs they see in these commercials. And let me tell you, I have about 4 of them, including one Black Tar shirt. So we're talking about quality horror designs as well as some of your favorite metal bands. Black Tar Superstar. And I actually have some news tonight. Oh, my damn, you've heard it here. Royal 10, my brothers from the overseas there, are going to be joining me on the underground in 2 weeks because we now have some major exciting news from them.
So we just got, just a little teeny tiny bit of news, and then when they're with you, we'll get the big news. Gotcha.
Yep, we'll do the ultimate unveiling. It's going to be beautiful.
All right.
All right, let's get into this fucking chopped mixed bag of shit.
Hey.
Johnny says they need a custom Jason shirt that says "Kill for Reaper." I would fucking shit my pants over something like that.
I would totally wear that.
I mean, am I really worth that? I ain't starting a cult over here.
Shit.
Hell no.
Right.
Don't drink.
Do you want to go first or want me to do it, brother?
I would much rather take number 14, but I definitely have a lot to say about number 15.
No, I can take number 15 then.
Okay.
One thing about this list I'm just going to say is some of them don't have very much for description. Most of them don't.
Oh, we'll have a lot to say.
We will have a lot to say, even if they don't. So starting off at number 15 is Corey Glover from Living Color. It says, to open up this week's list, we have none other than Living Color's Corey Glover. Ever since him joining the band in 1985, Glover's been delivering some of the best vocals in rock music and never get enough credit.
I have to disagree.
Agreed.
There is not a single person who grew up in the 90s that doesn't know the song Cult of Personality.
Exactly.
That song is a iconic tune of that decade. Now, they've had a lot of other singles that were pretty successful as well, but that's like their all-time biggest hit. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about an all African-American band that came out of nowhere, took us all by storm. Superior musicianship.
Absolutely.
And could go toe-to-toe with any other metal band coming out at that time. And I mean, I still celebrate them today as I did back then.
Agreed.
So to say he's underrated and they're still going?
I don't think so.
I don't agree with that. I can't.
Certainly not overrated either. They're,
no, they have the accolades.
They're, as rated as they deserve.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, bands like that, though, the problem with today is that the music business has changed so much.
That is true.
And some of the bands that were so hailed once before, like 20 years ago, don't get the promotion like they used to.
That is very true.
So, I don't know about you, but it's kind of like when you're online, you've got to always follow what they're doing in order to find out what's coming next. And they haven't fallen out of the fold. So to say he's underrated as a vocalist, bullshit. Oh, absolutely, John. CM Punk, when he wrestles, has always come out to that song specifically. Which just, I would say, probably put him over the top because of his WWE days. So, yeah most def. Now, this next one, I actually agree with.
I do too.
We're talking about a point in Sabbath's career where one man came out of the darkness, the abyss, if you will, single-handedly saved Black Sabbath in the 90s.
Exactly.
First record, 1989. It was the Headless Cross. Tony Martin's been Black Sabbath's second longest running singer. True. The man did 4 records with him, beating out the icon Ronnie James Dio. Okay. When he joined the group was in a weird place. I agree with that statement. Because at that point, the riff god himself, Tony Iommi, had no idea what the fuck he was going to do with the band. He's like, you know what? I'm the one staple that stays all the time, because Geezer went off and played with Ozzy in his solo career more than once, I might add, especially in 1988 when No Rest for the Wicked came out. So Tony Martin is discovered, and like, Iommi was like, holy fuck, this is going to be our way of going into the future. Exactly. And sure as shit, with drummer, rest his soul, Cozy Powell on the drums, took them to another level. And it was beautiful. He did. It really was. He was also on and off in the band, but endured it all, ultimately recording some of the most underrated gems in metal music. Now, that statement I disagree with. They're not underrated.
No.
Not at all.
No, they're not.
He said, aside from the Headless Cross album, which is arguably one of the band's most underrated. What?
What?
Who wrote this? You serious?
I don't know.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. That album was their first gold disc in almost a decade.
Yeah.
Gold.
Gold.
Certifiably gold. They went on a massive tour and everybody fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a live keyboardist on stage with them as well.
So how the hell can you say that album is underrated?
Man, there's fans that still hail that era in Sabbath.
Oh, absolutely.
I do. I have mad love for it. And then they followed it up with a whole album about the Viking sagas.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. They called it Tear.
Exactly.
It was so brilliant. I don't know. This guy, he doesn't. Oh, check this out. This is some bullshit right here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is arguably one of the band's most underrated ones. Martin was also great at performing Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, here we go. Agreed, John.
Agreed on that big time, because yes, he could sing the classic songs. Yes. But there's one thing in Sabbath that we have always known. Ozzy always sings the Ozzy stuff best. Ronnie always sings the Ronnie stuff best. Tony Martin tried, to his credit, to try to, live up to those classic songs. He still sang them. He just doesn't measure up to those first two icons.
No, I don't think so either.
And it's nothing against him. It's just not in his range. He didn't have the grit.
Yeah.
He didn't have the power metal voice to carry Ronnie James Dio's fucking jock strap.
Agreed.
So for this guy to say that he sang it really well, sorry. Delete it. I will give you, Tony Martin, the golf clap of doom. Golf clap of doom. I fucking love that.
Same.
It's so good.
It is for sure. All right.
Oh, okay.
No, story time, just real quick. I met this next motherfucker just, was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago? It was epic. And of course, we're talking about Keenan Pepper from Corrosion of Conformity.
Which everyone else has always called him Pepper Keenan.
So it's interesting that they put it the other way around.
What's going on there, folks?
I don't know. I just said it the way that they have it. Now I'm like, wait, that's backwards. It's Pepper.
It's backwards.
Pepper Keenan, not Keenan
this
Pepper.
Some
what
bitch
are you doing?
Couldn't even get it right. They fucked up his name. Pepper. I'm so sorry. By the way, we'd love to interview.
Yes, please.
We would love to interview you if you're watching, please. Man, we'd love to have you. But yeah, that is definitely an iconic moment for you, my brother, to meet the second riff master of all time. We're talking about Corrosion of Conformity. And Down.
Oh, yeah.
In which he sang backups for Phil Anselmo the whole time.
So let's see what these chuckleheads have to say about him.
Oh, for sure. Let's see what kind of turdlets we get from this.
Well, we could say Corrosion of Conformity is underrated altogether, but Pepper Keenan, see, now they did it right. But Pepper Keenan channels old school Ozzy and Sabbath vibes with a grungy twist to it, which complements the band's pretty unique stoner rock style.
I can kind of get behind that.
Kind of, but like, is he really that underrated?
No.
No.
He is a household fucking name.
Exactly.
There's not a weed smoker from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s all rolled into one who doesn't know Corrosion.
Exactly.
And most of them, if they didn't know that Pepper had his own band because he was in Down for so long and still is. So they found corrosion threw down, which
Yeah,
means they picked up legions of new fans.
exactly.
I'm telling you right now, underrated as fuck? No way.
No way.
Suck it. Suck the big bag of dicks.
Agreed.
Let's check out numero 12.
All right, you got this, brother.
Hmm.
I don't know who this is.
See, they done dropped a a little bit of a barnstormer here because no one's ever heard of this guy.
No. In fact, I'm going to look him up real quick because I don't know who the frig he is.
15 studio albums. The guy's name is Charlie Thompson the Fourth.
Oh!
From
Underrated
Black
my
Francis.
goddamn ass.
Wait, what?
He was the front man of the Pixies.
Now
and then he
tell
went
me
on to have a
this.
solo career.
You tell me this. Why didn't they put that in the write-up?
Good fucking question.
The Pixies.
The Pixies? How the fuck is Pixies underrated?
They're another like party kind of a household name. You know, you would have a Pixie song if you were having a bunch of friends over for some drinks and some laughs and shit like that. You'd be hearing some of their classics. So you're hearing this guy constantly. Yeah. Now, maybe since he's gone on to do his own stuff, that doesn't make him underrated because the Pixies are in everybody's heads.
Exactly.
If you were a fan of alternative music at any point in the last 40 years, you would know this guy if you heard him. That's one thing I've always said. I'm like, you know, if you hear Ozzy on the radio, guess what? You know it's him. David Draymond of Disturbed. You know him.
You hear fucking, you know, anybody, goddammit.
Peter Steele.
Yeah.
Danzig.
Words are hard. My brain farted. Jonathan Davis. You hear Jonathan Davis, you know it's Jonathan Davis. And if you hear this asswipe, you know it's him.
It's him.
Underrated my ass. What else?
The fact that they even threw him on there is almost an insult.
Agreed. What else does he say about him, brother?
However, he never really got recognition for his one-of-a-kind voice.
Huh?
15 studio albums. If he did not get recognition for his vocal style, his singing, the guy would have never recorded 15 goddamn records.
Exactly. Come on. What the fuck?
And then it says, what's really awesome about Francis is that you can always recognize his singing. Case in point, asshole!
You know what? I think we need to let a certain creature out of his cage.
It's about time to happen. You done dropped the serious fucking ball on that one. I mean, it's like, you know, the championship game and you shit the bed because you are a fuck twat.
Yup.
Wow. The balls on this one. All right. Number 11.
Right. Number 11. Elizabeth Fraser. You might have
heard that name does ring true.
Huh?
I said that name does ring true.
Gotcha.
I have heard it.
I have too.
What's it say?
Let's see. You might have heard Elizabeth words. You might have heard Elizabeth's voice on Massive Attack's Teardrop. She's also worked with Cocteau Twins and had her own solo releases. Takes no more than a single line to hear that she is a proficient singer. However, she's not just another accompanying female vocalist with the default voice, but rather a singer that you remember for life.
Now, in that statement alone, does that make her sound underrated?
Not in the slightest. If
Did
you
they
hear
pick
her
her name
sing,
out of a hat?
if you hear her sing once and then you never forget it, how is she underrated?
Exactly. So that means every time you hear her spit the word bitch out, you're gonna know it's her.
God, oh my goodness.
These reviews are just fucking stupid. Does a T-Rex have a smaller pecker to the rider?
Clearly.
I don't know. Again,
Oh my
folks,
goodness.
we apologize, but when you put this into the hands of fans,
Mm-hmm.
this is the type of shit you get. And then
It
they
turns
just
into a
write over
popularity
top of it.
contest.
Huh?
It just turns into a popularity contest, which is the
Right.
opposite of what this is supposed to be.
Exactly. Because it's a whole lot of dick riding, but at the same time, they're trying to say that they don't get enough recognition for their vocals. Let me tell you, every song that anybody ever writes, like all these, bands from just about any genre, metal, alternative, hard rock, whatever. When you hear drums, you know kinda who it is. The guitar, kinda know who it is. But when it comes to singers, they leave a signature.
They definitely do.
Because when you hear it, you know who the fuck it is.
Exactly.
That was just, I don't know. That kind of hurt.
This
Oh,
next
fuck
one.
you.
Seriously.
Number 10?
Number 10? And underrated?
You're about to really fucking make me want to take a massive bead just all over your face.
Number
Mastodon
10.
singer.
Yeah. What? Mastodon?
I'm trying to wrap my massive dome around this right now. You're telling me that the lead singer of Mastodon is underrated and they fucking are on every festival and sell their own shows out?
Exactly.
This is not some monkey fucker and the fucking dickheads, club band playing at your local watering hole for piss ants. This is Mastodon.
Exactly.
Where in the fuck did they get this from?
I have no fucking clue.
Now, this is crazy. Read it. Here we go. Mastodon is one of the rare bands in metal. Yes, Brent, you're metal.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Brent? The guy's name is Bran Daler.
Oh, okay. That's the other singer, dude. That's one of their other members.
Okay.
But like,
we're talking about your singer. With multiple lead vocalists, although Troy usually takes most of the singing duties, we shouldn't underestimate Brent Hines and Bran Daler's skills. Excuse me. In particular, the UG community.
Ultimate Guitar.
Oh, okay. They threw me for a loop there. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Chose Daler as one of the most underrated singers. Plus, he does it all live while beating the shit out of those drums. What?
What?
So they're talking about the drummer who does some of the vocals.
Yeah.
I finally figured this out now.
Took me a second too. It's like, what the fuck?
They are a fucking amazing band live, especially, not just on record, but
Mhm.
multi-talented. You know, let's talk about one of the greats like the Eagles
Right.
from the 70s, where the drummer, Don Henley, was basically the lead vocalist. But there are songs where the bassist is the one singing the
You're
vocals.
right.
I can't tell you why. That was one of the biggest hits they ever had. But how does that make him underrated if he's part of a super huge band that people love and they're still
It
going strong?
it absolutely does not.
It doesn't. It doesn't make him underrated. He's part of the fucking machine.
Yeah.
I got to move on from this. This makes me sick.
How about we take a commercial? I think that's a good idea.
I think I need therapy already.
Agreed. Check out this word from Dezea's Creep Shop.
Do it. If you need or have the addiction, which is a wonderful addiction to have because it's very safe, maybe not your paycheck or your wallet,
Yeah.
but we're talking about handmade horror collectibles of all kinds, whether it's apparel, something you can put on your wall, and especially if you have a creepy doll collection and you just can't seem to find the right one, Dezea's Creep Shop has it for you at Etsy.com. Please check her out.
Please. John, you're speaking my language now, brother.
We need a pic that shows that very thing. And it just says emotional. I need my emotional support ice cream.
Yes. I will make it a thing.
Oh, that would be great.
That will be great. I will make it a thing. All right.
Now, this next guy, they barely even have anything to write.
No, they don't.
I don't know what the problem
It's the first
is.
one I actually agree. It's underrated, and they have almost nothing to say. Right?
Ian Kenny is who we're talking about. So the band's name is Carnival.
Yeah, Carnival.
I mean, I'm thinking that's them being like cute and trying to show like they're funny or something, and it
Right.
just like totally went over my head. But it says, well, the whole carnival is a pretty underrated band, if you ask us. So it's impossible not to mention the band's vocalist and leader, Ian Kenny, here.
That's all you chuckle fucks have to say?
That's it. That's all they got.
Well, you know what I have to say?
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
You just got the elbow drop of doom. You have to tell us why they're on the list. You're acting like everybody in the fucking world knows who this band is. I mean, I had to think about it for a second, and that hurt.
Yeah. Australian progressive rock band.
They're always hating on the Australian bands. I just don't get it. They act like there's no fans. Just because they might not be big in the States doesn't mean that they're not huge in Europe, where metal actually fucking counts.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, they might be hard rock. I don't know. I'm just guessing they're a metal band, especially if they're on an ultimate guitar list.
Oh yeah, for sure. This next one, I am.
I don't
I
get
just
this
want to
next
fucking
one
rage.
at
I
all.
just want to rage quit right now. So, you ever heard of this cute little band? I don't know. They're not very
Not sure
popular.
they are. They look
I'm
kind of
not
funny.
either. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Ghost?
The Grammy Awards comes to mind instantly.
The Grammy Awards, they're on tour right now. They're selling like sold out arena shows.
Arenas. Are you
Arena.
listening? Are you watching Metallica? Ghost. Selling out
Ghost.
arenas that you can't do.
So that said, how the fuck is Tobias Forge's voice underrated?
Everyone knows his voice.
Yeah.
The moment you hear Kiss the Goat, you know exactly who that is. Rats. You know who it is.
Square Hammer. I mean, hell, this band, especially recently with their new album, has getting a ton of radio airtime.
Tons.
A ton. So how the fuck are they underrated? You know, I'm starting to wonder here. Maybe the community of people who voted to make this list aren't particularly intelligent and thought it meant overrated.
Well,
a lot of people think the band is overrated.
Let's reference the T-Rex from earlier. They don't have very big brains.
No. Well, let's see what these people say about him. Let's see. Tobias is not only a great songwriter, but an incredible vocalist. Sure, you'll stumble upon countless online jokes about his voice being too soft for the band's image and supposedly metal style, but whatever you call them, Tobias is a fantastic singer.
Soft?
I mean, they do look like, you know, they're gonna have a, like, crazy black metal growly sound to them if you just look at them. But, well, like...
And that's what the best thing about them is that they don't do that.
Yeah.
They're melodic.
Yeah.
And deliver a message so strong that countless numbers of us could get behind. Exactly. I'm not going to reference the reason, but still, the man speaks truth. And he's shown his range on a multitude of songs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he kind of brings the heavy on Mummy Dust.
Oh, shit. A couple of the singles off the new album are very heavy. He's actually, like, growling.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fucking be a screamer to be heavy. Was Ozzy ever a screamer?
No, not really. No.
Dave Mustaine was never a screamer.
No. Point in case. However, I don't even know if I want to move on. Look at the next one. Are you fucking kidding? Now that belongs on an overrated list.
Overrated, absolutely. This guy, and I know why they're saying this. I really do. Because the man is an amazing flute player.
Right.
He really is. And he does a lot more flute playing than he actually does singing. Yeah. But there's just not a single song that they've ever put out that if you heard it, you knew it was Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ian Anderson here. Okay. So, yeah, he looks like the crazy guy who's basically trying to eat his fucking flute. I mean, if you look at the picture right here, let's see if I can get it in. Does that guy look like he's trying to tongue fuck the fuck out of that flute or what?
Yeah, he does.
And he's got the googly eyes at the same time. So it's natural that people would pass him up for his vocal ability because he's just this. Have you ever seen The Anchorman?
No, I haven't.
Oh, God. Okay. So Will Ferrell is the guy who plays him, and he basically tongue fucks the shit out of his flute in the movie, which
I
is
believe
so goddamn funny. So when I'm looking at this guy and he's looking serious as a heart attack, like he's about to fucking die while he's playing this flute, that kills me.
Agreed.
The guy can sing. That's definitely not, hasn't been since the fucking 70s. Underrated, overrated, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, John says, I don't know. I really do. There we go. Lily
right.
decided to make her debut.
This next one. How the fuck is
I'm
that?
about to shit my pants.
How can someone who has done entire Disney movie soundtracks underrated?
I can feel it coming in the air at night. Hold on.
How
Fuck
the
you.
Fuck you. How the fuck is that underrated?
You're going to tell me Phil fucking Sir, not even just Phil, Sir Phil Collins
Underrated?
is an underrated vocalist?
Are you joking?
You're talking about a drummer in the 70s that was a part of a mega band. A mega band, okay? Who took over the vocals when their lead vocalist, I'm trying to think of his name, god damn it, son of a bitch, great fucking singer who went on to do his own solo career. Anyways, the guy was Peter Gabriel.
Gotcha.
That was his name. Guy was a fucking superstar showman singer. Leaves the band. And he takes over while he's playing some of the craziest fucking drums. I mean, you want to talk about prog playing? He can play in any time signature.
Absolutely.
Period. And then goes on after the band breaks up for a minute, for a hot minute, because they ended up getting back together after a while. A solo career for the ages. I mean, some people talk about Ozzy's career as being one of the greatest, like, solo careers of all time.
Right.
Phil fucking Collins, man. TV shows, movies,
especially goddamn Disney movies. They've been watched
and
by
went
millions
on to
of
Disney
people.
and did the whole soundtrack him fucking self.
Yeah.
Does that sound like an underrated fucking vocalist?
No, it absolutely does not.
I can't wait to read this pile of horseshit. He uses. He didn't even write this.
No, some random
Fire Witch. I know. Phil Collins sucks. Blah blah blah. Shut your fucking foul mouth. You say he sucks. Nobody says Phil Collins sucks. You suck.
I have never heard anyone say that. No.
Fire Witch, you suck cock in hell. I much prefer the band with Peter Gabriel as the frontman, but when I saw them live in 2007, Phil Collins floored me.
Okay.
2007. It took you till 2007 to figure out that Phil Collins is a vocal genius? I hope they fill your mouth with beebs when you die.
Yep.
And then goes on to say, his voice was tight and always in tune, and I remember thinking I had never heard such a pitch-perfect voice, and I must have seen about 500 concerts in my life. With that said, I don't think he has the most beautiful voice, but damn, what a pro.
What the fuck what?
When Phil Collins sings, it's fucking sunflowers, butterflies, and a whole fresh green blade of grass grows when this motherfucker sings. I don't know who this person is, but I'll tell you what, I had to fucking bitch slap you into the next millennium.
Agreed.
Oh, I've never heard
fuck?
of such bullshit in my life.
Come on. What
Yes,
the
John.
fuck?
Yes. Phil
Yes.
is a damn legend.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Next.
Next. This one? I have no idea who the flying fuck this is.
They may have actually stumped us here.
They actually have. I can't believe it.
So the band's name is Big Wreck.
Yeah.
Something tells me just by looking at the video, it's more of like just like a pop rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's totally fucking fine. And the singer here is Ian Thornley.
Well, let's see what it says about that.
Not much.
Nope. Big Wreck and Ian Thornley are overall both pretty underrated. Ian's a great songwriter, a great guitarist, and an incredible singer. He's just an all-around artist that uses his talent to express himself in the best way possible.
That sounds like he just pretty much took this guy and his band, wiped his ass with it, probably tickled his taint a little bit, and then took a piss on it. So
sounds about right to me.
You should have done your homework, you fucking jack off.
Agreed.
That's ridiculous. Oh, I can't wait for this next one.
I think we should probably run another commercial first, though. What do you think?
Oh, most deaf, because I got to warm up for this one.
Agreed. If you like what you're seeing here, folks, if we make you laugh, aren't we fucking funny? Check out our merch store.
I mean, come on. You
Did you
get
see the
these
bunny?
two guys.
Did you see the bunny? Did you see the metal bunny? You know you want our metal bunny.
Nothing says Easter like
A
3
bunny
witches.
With
The evil bunny. You must have it. It's an essential part of your collection. But I mean, you know, we make you laugh. I know you love it. You keep tuning in to see our ugly mugs every week. Help us out a little bit. Pick your favorite show and run with it. Okay?
Exactly.
We appreciate that shit. We appreciate you. Otherwise, we're just two assholes talking about rock.
Yep.
And metal and other things. So, this one.
Underrated, really.
Let me set the stage for you. So, who remembers a band by the name of Puddle of Mud?
Me.
Who was once great.
Yep.
They were pretty good.
They were.
I kind of thought they were a joke, but they were fun if you're trying to like tie one on and, you know, I don't know, chicks liked it. That's fine. But this guy.
Yes.
I think we can make that happen.
I can totally make that happen.
So the guy's name is Wes Scantlin, who is the lead singer, sadly, of Puddle of Mud. This guy and his band go on Sirius XM radio to do a live performance of a Nirvana classic
Mm-hmm.
and fucked it up so bad that he
Yeah.
was the highest rated fucking meme of, I think, the entire fucking year. I mean, it was so bad that his bandmates were looking at him.
Yeah.
And the other ones were so fucking embarrassed, they done stuck their heads down so you could not see them either laughing or being pissed as fuck.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me that this guy is underrated?
Absolutely fucking not.
It's so bad that what they wrote under his name is simply one sentence. Hey, you guys voted for him.
Which tells me whoever compiled this list agrees with us that he is absolutely not underrated.
He's not overrated, underrated. He just needs to be put out to fucking pasture and shot. I'm so done with that one.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness. So, moving on. You know, one of the greatest and most near and dear to my heart frontmen of all time. Oh no, he's not. I skipped over number 3.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck about number 3.
I mean, they don't even say what band he plays for, so
No.
I kind of have to just go, you're stupid. Why would you even vote for this guy if he's not in any notable band or somebody, you know, that's, I guess a household
I mean,
name?
okay, so he was the lead singer for prominent early grunge band Screaming Trees.
That
And,
lasted all of about 5 minutes.
And he was also a member of Queens of the Stone Age.
Okay, I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
But
what did he do for the Queens of the Stone Age? Because we all
know
know that he wasn't the lead singer.
No, he wasn't. He provided guest vocals for a few of the albums. Okay. If you're able to do guest vocals for Queens of the Stone Age, are you underrated?
Not really, because I mean, that's a staple in, like, I wouldn't even call it grunge era. I would call it just fucking alternative rock.
Agreed.
That's just all. That's all they were.
The only reason a bunch of people voted for him is because he died. I think that's the only reason. Am I wrong?
Probably. Still.
Yeah.
Never really vocally sang on anything that was like just mind-blowing.
No.
So he was a member who guested a few times, but that was it. Not to say anything against this guy's career, because I'm sure, you know, the fact that he had one period is phenomenal. But to say he's an underrated vocalist, though, that's like, I don't know, talking about Tom Waits. I'm surprised that he didn't show up on this list.
Agreed.
Or like Elvis Costello.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed his music as well. So just like, you guys could have fucking picked so many better vocalists.
So many.
To say that we're underrated. Just saying.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the mega fucking beeb that number 2 is.
Agreed.
Number 2.
Number 2. You heard it from the man himself right there. Peter fucking Steele? Are you joking?
Do you know how many men wanted to be that man?
Hell, I want to be that man. I don't want to be me.
As much as
what
he
the hell?
hated, yeah, I mean, as much as he hated being in the spotlight,
Mm-hmm.
he was undeniably the best gothic metal singer of literally, and you can shoot me if you want, all time.
Time. There is no denying that.
There's
Absolutely
nobody better.
nobody.
No, nobody can even touch a
Mm-hmm.
pubic hair on his nutsack as far as that's concerned. Nobody sounded like him,
Nope.
and so many people try to copy him. They
And
get
fail.
close, but they'll never be him.
No one will ever be Peter. No.
Rest in peace, Green Man.
Absolutely. Let's see
Let's see what they have to say, though.
Yeah. In rock and metal music, you usually find tenor singers. A high-pitched voice with a few screams is praised to oblivion. But what about the bass voices? Well, that's why Peter Steele was so incredible. He managed to bring up one of the most interesting bands in rock music while singing in this super deep voice, yet he never got the maximum recognition that he deserved.
Wanna bet?
They were fucking featured on Beavis and Butthead. That means you made it. Every goth chick dancing in every club across the fucking planet knows Black Number One.
Every toothless crack whore fucking stripper danced to Black Number One.
Exactly.
Don't bullshit all of us.
No. You cannot tell me this isn't a goddamn just popularity contest, which is the opposite of what this is.
They downplayed him so bad. I mean, there is still to this day fan pages that are multi-thousands, tens of thousands.
Oh, hell, to this day, you know, like Revolver Magazine puts out new typo merch and it sells out in hours.
Not saying that the rest of the band wasn't good, but it was Peter.
It was Peter. He was that band.
That's like saying Glenn Danzig is not Danzig.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So,
or Ozzy isn't his band, you know?
Exactly. So it's like, kind of, am I thrilled to be able to talk about him? Yes. In this light, not so fucking much. Because are you joking?
And,
now,
and shame on...
If this was a list, you know, 15 most unique vocalists, I'd be absolutely 100% okay talking all day about Peter.
Absolutely.
Underrated? No. Definitely not.
Household name.
Mm-hmm.
His face is tattooed on more asses and chests than I could ever fucking imagine.
Very true.
Not only that, but he became kind of a cult phenomenon.
Oh, he definitely did.
Anything from Playgirl magazine to being on Jerry Springer and all that shit. Man, underrated?
No, never.
Never.
No.
Shame on you fans for saying that he was underrated as a vocalist, because every metal musician today fucking has love for this guy.
Agreed.
Especially him and fucking Pantera. They toured endlessly together. They were on fucking Ozfest.
I know, of course,
as co-headliners.
Oh yeah, and I know at least several bands, you know, Moonspell included, put out tribute songs to him when he passed. And you're saying he's underrated? That's
dumbest thing I ever heard.
Agreed. Dumbest thing I ever heard.
I could say this.
Until we get to number one, then I'm going to say that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
This is true also. But if I was to like really kind of like dig deep and say who are some of the most underrated singers, I would say Chris Cornell.
I'd be okay with that.
I would say Kurt Cobain. People never really praised him for his vocals.
Yeah, you're right.
They praised him for his antics.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's talk about Lane Staley.
Yes. I'm good with that.
Let's talk about the singer of Fear Factory.
Absolutely.
One of the first seriously heavy bands that could scream 1 second and the very next deliver the most beautiful vibrato melodic voice.
Yeah.
But they don't want to bring up Burton C. Bell. I don't know why.
No, they don't.
That's what I'm saying. The fans out there, either they're just a fucked up generation that forgot about a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what. It's like even Manson, I would say, is an underrated singer. Performer? No.
I don't know if I'd quite go that far.
I don't know, man. I was listening. Okay, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I was listening to at the shop. I was listening to on our playlist. We got third day of a 7-day binge. You know the track?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, he actually vocally sang so well.
He did, for sure.
And it was just really surprising and could like switch it up with aggression and mixed it with the melodic so well. And I'm like, people never really say that. They go, oh, he's just another, Alice in Chains. Sorry. Alice Cooper wannabe and all that shit. I mean, they've been saying that shit for years.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? The only person I don't think that they would ever call underrated is Rob Zombie.
Agreed.
So, anyway, let's look at the horrid number one.
Number one, Jerry Cantrell. Really?
We're talking about one of the greatest harmonized vocal guitarist with a lead vocalist. That if it was Alice in Chains, he was singing on almost every part of the song.
Yeah.
Lane Staley was one, and the current guy as well, I always forget his name, are just amazing vocalists. But they wouldn't be so amazing without Jerry Cantrell backing them up on vocals.
Exactly.
How are you going to say that that's number one?
Absolutely, it is not.
If it's one thing I've heard more than anything, it's not his guitar playing. It was the fact of how he could play the riffs that he did and sing so beautifully underneath the lead singer.
Exactly. John, after this, I will be having some therapy ice cream, for sure.
So let's see what it says there.
And the top spot on this list goes to Jerry Cantrell. There are not enough words to explain his incredible guitar playing and songwriting skills. I don't care. What does that have to do with his singing?
Nothing. What the fuck does that have to do with the song? I was hoping there would be a moment on broadcast where we could actually use that.
Anyway, on top of all that, the guy's got an incredible voice that he uses to the full extent. And most importantly, his voice works perfectly for the music he's performing, both with Alice in Chains and solo.
Did they just backtrack from what they were saying? Yes.
Yeah. I'm confused. I don't understand what they're saying at all.
It almost makes me think that the person that wrote this disagreed with the fans.
Agreed. That is what it sounds like.
Because after all, when you put this in the hands of a listener versus somebody who should know their shit, I mean, if I was writing it, I would have been like, you guys voted for Jerry Cantrell?
You know, I'd probably gone to my supervisor and been like, yo, dude, look what they voted. I can't publish this.
Seriously. That's
Yeah.
what a professional would have done.
Yeah.
But no,
No.
they let it fly. First of all, they fucked up with Peter Steele as number 2.
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest beebs on this list.
Agreed.
And then pick on
Phil
poor fucking
Collins?
Jerry Cantrell. Phil Collins. What? Who else?
The
The
ground
one
is
guy who
shaking.
belonged on this list the most was the guy from Puddle of Mud. And it's not that he was even underrated or great.
Yeah. You know, I think the ground is shaking again, brother.
Completely. And for Phil, I love you, Phil Collins. They get the elbow drop of doom as well. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
You just got the elbow drop of doom.
Oh, goodness. I just got a comment from the peanut gallery that is my mother.
Ah.
And she says at least Metallica didn't make the list.
Who?
Metallica.
You know, I swear I would have lost my shit if James Hetfield was mentioned anywhere on this list.
Yeah.
James, I got a message for you, brother. You don't know how to sing. Whoever told you that you knew how was on fucking cocaine and ecstasy at the same time.
Yeah.
You're a growler.
Yep.
And that's what you were best at.
Agreed.
Too late.
Too late. You know, this is the worst list we've done.
I just feel awful about this list. There was maybe 2 people on the list that, you know, actually, like Tony Martin, I felt like he should be on there. I don't know. Corey Glover, though, he should have been on there. Pepper should have never been on there.
No.
Even the guy from the Pixies
should not have been on there. No.
No. Now, Elizabeth Fraser, sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that.
You know, I mean, she's been on a lot of shit, a lot of videos and stuff like that over the past, I don't know how many goddamn years. But she's not a household name, so I would say, yeah, sure. I mean, the she's got talent. Fucking putting Tobias Forge on this list was the biggest fuck you I could ever think of, considering they're the leading artist in the world right now.
They literally are. So, you know, before we got to Tobias, I was a bit like, yeah, this is kind of janky. And then we get hit Tobias, and I'm just like, this is the most bullshit thing I've ever read in my entire life. And it didn't get better from there.
I apologize, Tobias, that fans felt that you were underrated, because there's legions of fans that say otherwise.
Yeah.
Millions of records sold out shows, not in little clubs, but fucking arenas.
Exactly.
And Peter Steele was the same way.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't even know what else to say. I don't know. I need my emotional support ice cream and some fluffy slippers, and
I need my emotional support Baphomet.
Yeah.
Where's my creature? Thank you, Killstar.
Where is my creature? Legit.
Thank you again for suffering with us through this ridiculous fucking list. I've never.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Uh-oh.
Like, why isn't anything working? Well,
we lost Reaper, apparently.
And
Oh, you're back.
took me a second, but we got there.
That's okay.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's been some that were horrid, the Rob Zombie one and some of the other ones too. But this one, it was just offensive.
It really was.
I'm hard to offend.
Right?
But man, don't you drag poor Phil Collins through the mud like that.
No.
And then you let the fans fucking statement.
Yeah.
I swear they put it in there as a joke.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
That's what it made me think.
Agreed. On that note, yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough of this bullshit. I'm out of here.
All right, y'all. Definitely please tune in for the rest of the programming that is definitely coming up this week. There is definitely going to be a 6 Feet Underground this Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Gangis and I here have probably a surprise for you this week coming Wednesday.
Woo!
We will let you know, so stay tuned to the social medias. But most importantly, even if you can't stand the way you smell, stay heavy.